Hey guys and girls, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have another update. It's going to be a CD update. It's going to be a big one. As you can see from the camera angle, when we have this low camera angle, we usually have a CD update. Now, what's important? It's 12:30 here in Estonia in the afternoon. I'm coming off 6 days of work. First beer, we're drinking this one today. I already pre-poured it. Pyhela Suvila Session IPA. It only has 3.8 degrees of alcohol, and it's a hazy DDD Session IPA brewed with Citra and Mosaic Hope. Now, I already pre-poured some. So the problem here is what? It's a natural light outside and it's grim. It's becoming this typical Baltic winter, Baltic autumn. It's very grim. The camera is going out and in, out of focus all the time. This is my third or fourth time trying to film the intro. I tried to film the first part without autofocus. Try to do it with the autofocus. Without autofocus, it's complete shit. It's always blurring. With autofocus, it's sometimes blurring. So if it's gonna be blurry in some instances, sorry. I'm fucking done. I mean, like, this is the last time I'm gonna try to do it. It is what it is. You can see in the background, maybe it's also going out of focus on the can there, but it is what it is. I'm sorry if it happens. I fucking can't like refilm it for the fifth time anymore. In the background we have Watain playing with the new album. So guys, yeah, cheers and let's start. The update is going to be pretty big, so maybe grab yourself a beer as well and let's roll. Cheers, like I said, love IP. Amazing. So let's start immediately. Bam. We're going into this territory. This is Marduk, Plague Angel. So the first two albums I'm going to show you is going to be this Marduk album and another Marduk album. I got them in a local shop. Surprisingly, CDs here are very cheap. I got this one for 8 euros, the next one also for 8 or 9 euros. And they are this slipcase edition, which is not really a slipcase, as you can see, because it has, yeah, the back here. But it is what it is. It's Century Media release. So very interesting packaging. Of course, now let's talk about the band Marduk, a legendary band. Everybody knows it. Don't think I have to speak a lot about this band. It's one of the first bands that probably everybody who gets into metal, into black metal, hears, like Dark Funeral, Marduk, whatever, Burzum Mayhem, stuff like that. It's absolutely legendary band, run basically by one dude, Morgan. Yeah, and established in 1990 in Sweden. Of course, Marduk are famous for playing first maybe some anti-Christian satanic black metal, and then moving forward in their careers to a more lyrically themes are now about war. So yeah, let's take a look. Comes with a huge booklet. Yeah. So Plague Angel is the 9th album by Marduk. It came out in 2004, and it's usual. It's a very strong album by Marduk. There's like no, like all Marduk albums, there's basically no mercy here shown. It's like intense, hateful, and brutal attack on all fronts. And of course here you can already see, as you can see, the camera fucking went out. And then, anyway, and here of course you can see already such the progression of themes of war, because for example the first song, the Hangman of is it actually called the Hangman of Prague, or I mean, yeah, I think it's called the Hangman of Prague. So it's already about the notorious figure from the Third Reich, Reinhard Heinrich. So you already get these themes here, and of course the music is a very brutal. As you can see, the bootleg is also, you can see the war here, the ruins of cities. So it already here starts to play with themes of the World War II, totalitarianism, and yeah, oppression and stuff like that. Very solid album. Like I said, my favorite song is actually The Hangman of Prague. It has this, when the vocals go, the shape of things to come, the shape of things to come. I really like that part. Again, you can see the infamous art here, which is again about the war. And let's take a look at the CD here. The CD is like this, and of course the skull is here. So this skull has been used, actually, a lot of people say, well, it's just basically it's like Totenkopf. Not really. This is an old variation. It has been used by a lot of military forces around the world, especially around like World War One. Even somebody had it previously, before World War One. Like I think Hungarians had it, or some form. In some form, the Russians had it. So, you know, stop always talking about everything is being Nazi. Anyway, yeah, Marduk, Plague Angel, fantastic album from a fantastic band. Let's actually see if we can get this one in. The bootlegs are actually surprisingly good for Century Media release. They are not hollow as Peacefield does usually. And very nice release overall. The packaging is nice as well. So yeah, Marduk, Plague Angel. Let's not stop there. Let's immediately go to the second pick up. The second album I picked up. It's also Marduk, and it's this one. So it's 10th album by Marduk. Came out in 2007. As you can see, there's like a 3 years gap between Plague Angel and this one. This is a Roma 512. So for those of you who don't know, it's from the Bible, Romanians 512, the verse. So about the verse, and I think this might be a conceptual album connected to the verse itself. Yeah, we're gonna have a Bible class. I'm gonna say my opinions. Interesting, it comes out also with a huge booklet. Fuck, what the fuck is wrong with me today? Anyway, booklet. Yeah, the book is, I'm just gonna call them books. The book is huge. The LP version had like also 40 pages, but I think this one has 40 pages. You can see how big it is. Take a look at the back. Beautiful art here. So, Rome 512 or Romans 512. The verse goes like this: therefore, just as sin came into the world through one man, and death through sin, and so death spread to all men, because all men have sinned. So it's very interesting context here. What I get from it is the context of a bit of mockery to Christianity, of course. So what Christians refer to this verse as, they are saying it's finding like, so you basically compel to the fact that you are born with original sin, then you find salvation in Christ through his sacrifice, you know, which is pretty, I don't know, stupid in my opinion. And I think Marduk are playing with this idea here also, because, come on, focus. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna use my hands here. Yeah, so I think Marduk are playing with this idea as well. Why? Because Christians say, well, you have to accept the fact that you're born with the original sin, and so death follows you, and if you don't find Christ before you die, you're not gonna find salvation, and you're not gonna go to heaven. So the idea, I think, here is that there was first Eden, then God, and people were born without sin. Then God introduced the tree of knowledge that he put in Eden, and he specifically said, do not eat from it. So he put a specific restriction for some unknown reason. Of course, they ate from it, and so Eve got basically the struggle of birth, and they both got death as a gift. So why would he put it there? You know, if he if he's all-knowing, he probably knew that they're gonna eat from the fucking tree. So they did. As you can see, the booklet is pretty huge. So yeah, it plays with this concept of maybe, you know, ridiculousness of the ideas that are put in the Bible that don't make sense. Another interesting fact is why I think this concept works here is because in Accuser Opposer song, yeah, one of the songs on this album, you can hear the beautiful picture. You can hear the lyrics go like, "I ate of death to cleanse my flesh of God." So yeah, maybe it's like, you know, a middle finger, fuck you, Adam says to God, you know, because Eve, of course, first ate it, then Adam ate it, and maybe Adam was like, yeah, fuck you, God, here you go. Album includes slower parts, production is clean, everything is very organic, beautifully done. Usual typical Marduk attack. Like I said, the only difference here is maybe the slower parts. Another beautiful like medieval art here. We missed one page. Let's take a look at this one. Yep, there we go. So yeah, there you go. You just had a free Bible class. I hope you enjoyed that one. I sure did. The album. Another cover like art here. So yeah, another brutal assault by Marduk. Like I said, you should all know this band. There's no need for me to yap more about this. Marduk, in my opinion, is one of the most solid, hard-working bands around. Amazing tours, amazing energy. Everything is amazing by Marduk. Yeah, so Marduk, Rome 512, check it out. Also released by Century Media in this slipcase majesty. Alright, so damn it, I talked too long about this fucking Christianity thing. It was on my mind after I listened to the album and I remembered the lyrics. Anyway, cheers. Yeah, the autofocus today is fucked due to weather outside. But I don't have any other time to film it, so sorry. So, let's not waste any time and let's move on to Canada. Here's a rare one on this channel. It's, of course, death metal CD, maybe. Or maybe it's an extreme metal. Anyway, Cryptopsy, once was not. Also, maybe, probably is a legendary band. So, what's interesting first about this, let me first introduce the band. So, Cryptopsy is a band from Canada. They played death metal, in some parts maybe brutal death metal, and then they moved a little bit off to the side with this probably album. So what's interesting about this album, as you can see, on tour all over Europe in early 2006. So I actually was on this tour with my wife. We went to Stockholm from Estonia, not because Cryptopsy played there, but we went on like holiday basically, and then I saw the ad that Aborted was playing there, and they were warming up for Cryptopsy. Yeah, so we got this CD from there. Interestingly enough, we lost this CD and we found it only now. I'm not joking you. It's been lost from 2006. It actually was in a baggage carrier, and it was stuck between the, you know, the walls of the baggage carrier. So yeah, imagine that. So I just decided to give it a listen and to show it off here. Yeah, it's an interesting story. Anyway, so this is the 5th album by the band, Once Was Not, and this album was pretty much hyped up a lot. Why? Because it had the original vocalist return. The original vocalist, of course, was what's his name, Lord Worm. Yeah, he left the band and then he returned and they recorded this one, Once Was Not. It's, I thought when I was gonna put it on, like I said, I went to that show more for Aborted. My wife liked this band, Cryptopsy, but when I put it on, I thought I'd hate it because I don't like this kind of technical death metal. And yeah, the band moved from brutal death metal more to technical death metal on this release. So it's a very... the first thing is it's a very weird release. Absolutely weird release. There's a... Definitely they moved away from brutal death metal. They are more technical here than brutal. The album is like... It's chaotic. It's mixed... in a very chaotic way. It feels like sick. It feels like you're on a Ferris wheel that won't stop, and it goes faster and faster and faster and faster. There are grindcore elements here, technical death metal elements here. The riffs are very schizophrenic. It's all over the place. And what's interesting, and another thing is what's interesting. There is also jazz parts here, like jazz elements out of nowhere. The jazz elements come in, and you know, the saxophone starts playing or some other stuff. It's all over the place. Yeah, the back here, not much really to show. So I thought I would hate this album. Surprisingly, I found myself giving it 2 spins already. It's surprisingly good, organic chaos, as I can describe it. I know it's not gonna be for everyone, and I know that of course maybe die-hard Cryptopsy fans hate it, or they love it, or they're divided on it, but I really enjoyed it. It's one hell of a ride, I can say it. So yeah, Cryptopsy once was not. Check it out if you are looking for something weird. So as we took a little bit of detour from our usual black metal, we went into technical death metal mixed with jazz fusions and shit like that. We're gonna take a small detour again right now, because I also have a CD to show you that is not black or death metal. Okay, sorry about the camera again. So yeah, I picked up a soundtrack album. Some of you probably like this album, and some of you like this movie as well. It's a cult movie, and you like it because you have good taste. Okay, let's go. Let's not stop. It's this one, Blade Runner by Vangelis. I'm not gonna talk a lot. I'm just gonna show you the album and that I got it. Maybe there are some fans out there who also are into cyberpunk and sci-fi, hard sci-fi. Yeah. So I am one of my favorite movies of all times, of course, Blade Runner by Ridley Scott. The soundtrack was released in 1982. Of course, it's very cyberpunkish, very sci-fi, has a lot of ambient elements to it. Like the movie, the soundtrack was ahead of its time, and now it's considered to be one of the best soundtracks of all time. Oh, come on. Yeah, there we go. Now you can focus. So I need to stick it in here. Yeah, it's considered to be one of the greatest albums of all time, one of the greatest soundtracks of all time. It's definitely is a kind of a meditative experience when you listen to it. There are slow parts, there are depressive parts. There's everything in this album. And god damn it, I hate this camera. But anyway, yeah. So let me know, like, if you like Blade Runner or not. I just picked it up because I have a very nostalgic feeling about the movie. I really enjoyed it. I watched it first as a kid. Of course, I didn't understand jack shit, but it intrigued me, you know. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, this is something that I just wanted to show you. Like, my other passion is everything related to cyberpunk and that universe. Not the game though, not the game. They destroyed the game. Anyway, Blade Runner Vangelis. Yeah, amazing soundtrack. Oh, already 20 minutes in. Like I said, guys, I'm sorry for the camera. there's absolutely nothing I can do. Fucking light outside it's bright, then grim, bright, then grim. It's going to be the whole season like this. And if I put the natural, not the natural light, the artificial light inside the room, it's gonna have just catastrophic glare right now because it's not that dark outside. So yeah, sorry. Cheers. It's pretty good beer. Very refreshing beer. Okay, so where we're at. Okay, let's move a little bit maybe faster. Next up, Belphegor, the legendary band from Austria. Long-running band already. The band that also is led, you can say, by one man, Helmut. Again, a cool dude. Met him after the show here in Estonia. Asked him if he was able to take a picture. He was working on the computer in the trailer. He said yes, come out. Took a picture, chit-chatted with me and my wife, gave us a bunch of guitar picks. And yeah, in general, very cool dude. So this one is Necrodaemon Terror Satan, 2000 release, third album by mighty Belphegor. There you go, the band here. Basically, here you can already see how Belphegor has developed their own sound on this one. The sound is thick, grim, blackish vocals mixed with death metal growls. Basically, this is 35 minutes of total goat worshipping madness, in my opinion. This is, like I said, it's considered to be nudity. Considered to be the album that is the album where Belphegor the album where Belphegor have established their own sound pretty much. It's of course a cult classic album in my opinion, and it's a album that it's one of the albums that define the black metal genre in my opinion. As you can see, everything that can go wrong today went wrong today. Not Gorgoroth, but Belphegor, the fucking light, the camera, everything is going to shit today. Yeah, anyway, so really like the cover here of the goat on the CD. Let's take a look inside. Of course, the nun with the cross. Yeah, I really like covers with nuns and crosses. I don't know why. And released on Nuclear Blast. This version is a Soyuz music version, so it's a Russian edition of this album. So yeah, like I said, this is already a Jesus Christ, what the fuck is wrong today? So yeah, like I said, this is a cult classic album, in my opinion, by already a legendary Belphegor. So yeah, check it out. Necrodaemon Terror Satan. Brutal attack on your ears, relentless black death metal. Yeah, as you can see, everything is going to shit today in this video. CDs are falling, light is wrong. Yeah, I'm sorry, it is what it is. Not a good day maybe for a video, but I don't have any other time. Ugh. Shit sucks. Anyway, so let's move further down the rabbit hole we go, right? So we're gonna talk about this one. This one definitely doesn't need any introduction. A lot of people say Taake, which is of course wrong. It's supposed to be Taake, right? Which means folk. So Taake, a band from Norway, established in 1995, run by a very notorious figure called Hoist. I saw Taake live, saw how Hoist performs, very energetic, always out there, a little bit drunk, a little bit maybe sometimes on some forbidden things, yeah, but always energetic. I've seen them in Talent, great band. So this is their first full-length album, released in 1999. Nattestid, the legendary logo already. Everybody knows this one. Let's take a look inside. Also the legendary photo with the legendary pose. Yeah. Also songs here are called Beat 1 through 7. So yeah. Immediately from the first riff of first song, you find yourself like in a blizzard of maybe icy, catchy, frosty, classic Norwegian black metal riffs. Maybe not even only Norwegian, but just classic black metal riffs. The vocals here are, again, what I would consider calling traditional black metal vocals, and sometimes he gets into these chants, which feel like very epic chants. Overall, I think this is one of the bands that people don't talk that much about. It's a legendary band, but yeah, like I said, nobody really talks about Taake that much. Also, it comes off with this sticker. Why does it come with this sticker? Well, because it's a limited edition CD, as you might see. So 500 copies. This one is 309. I think, yeah, it's because it's, let's see, yeah, it's because it's a Russian edition. So yeah, that's why it's limited. So it's very fitting that this album actually came out in 1999. In my opinion, it's like on the verge of years, maybe the last true great black metal album, because then, of course, in 2000s, bands like Cradle of Filth already were popular, and you know, Dimmu Borgir and stuff like that, and black metal really started evolving into this mixture. Some bands started mixing it with gothic metal and stuff like that. So this one is one of those rare gems that are available to everybody, but maybe due to hoist notoriety, people are afraid to listen to Taake, considering them to be a Nazi band, like some say. One of the reasons why I didn't put them on politically incorrect series is because I don't consider them to be that, even if Hoist might have some right-wing ideas. I don't think the band has them. So yeah, absolutely amazing album by Taake, Nattestid. Check it out. Pure Norwegian black metal. Okay, let's take another. Yeah, it's absolutely amazing how the camera is fucked up. Cheers, guys. Once again, sorry. Okay, so let's move forward. And we're actually gonna stay in Norway, I think. Yes, we are. So, we're gonna talk about this one. So this is Dødheimsgard, Satanic Art. Like I said, we're staying in Norway. So the band is from Norway, established in 1994 from Oslo. They were considered to be a black metal band at first. Now, in our days, they are not considered to be very black metal. They're more like a mixture of black metal and avant-garde black metal and some other experimental stuff in it. This is their transitional EP. It was released in 1998, and it's basically a transition from black metal to a more of a avant-garde sound, but it definitely has a more black metal sound than avant-garde one. So originally this is it was 16 minutes. This is a release on Peaceville, so it's 21 minutes because it has some additional bonus tracks. Nothing in the booklet that is very interesting, except maybe this logo. So yeah, let's take a look at the CD here. You can see, if you can see. Yeah, so purple CD with the same logo, nothing here. But let's take a look at what Peaceville suggests us, because they might have a pretty accurate description here. So, Dodheimsgard, Satanic Art. The 98 release of dark and psychotic extremity from Norwegian black metal masters, including bonus track. Okay, that's very interesting, but we have more information in here. So, the early incarnation was of a raw and melodic black metal band, with their debut album also featuring hundreds of Dark Throne on bass, before the poisonous of more schizophrenic concussion started to take hold. So yeah, at 90s they were considered to be one of pioneering maybe bands, but they moved on to the sound. So I can confirm you this, when you start to listen to this album, god damn it. So yeah, when you start to listen to it, maybe it will focus like this. Yeah, let's leave it like this and I'm going to talk about it. So when you first listen to it, you find yourself very tricked into the situation, because it starts off very mildly with a piano intro. It's like soft and gentle, and then it fools you into this secured feeling of something melodic that is going to come up. Maybe you're going to listen to some melodic black metal, and then a scream comes on, and we basically go off immediately onto one of the most chaotic psychopathic trips. Instrumentally, it's all over the place. It plays with your ears, your consciousness. It makes you feel like it's very ugly, yet it is very organic. And like I said, it's more black metal here, even though it has those piano parts and psychotic parts. But beneath all those layers, you can actually, if you're listening very carefully, you can actually hear the old school black metal riffs. So yeah, I would highly recommend you to check it out. It's very unique in a way. So it's Dødheimsgard, Satanic Art, Norwegian black metal mixed with piano and some experimental stuff. Yeah, unbelievable, the glare today, unbelievable. And I have a long video. Yeah, great. Okay, so let's move forward. We're going to talk about this one. More obscure stuff is now coming up. Ballade Des Rats. Rattus Magnus. So, Ballade Des Rats, a band is from France, established in 2014. Rattus Magnus is their third full length, and it's 55 minutes long, so a very long album. Comes on this DJ pack. There's no booklet here. And the CD. So, as the artwork suggests, and the artwork does suggest, that we are going to listen to something that has a medieval black metal sound. And of course it does have that sound. In fact, the intro here is it's played on the guitar, but it's played in this, like I said, a medieval tone, with church-like chants that are in the background. The music is fuzzy. It's a bit of distorted. It toys with a raw black metal idea, yet it actually feels more like melodic black metal. The riffs are what, again, I would say are very proud, are very epic and very melodic. So relatively, I would say an unknown band, unknown guys. I would, again, if you're looking for something new and from France, why not check out La Ballade Des Rats. Not much to say here, just a solid 55 minutes of medieval black metal. Check him out. Okay. Actually, I think if I put the CDs here and I actually just talk about them, should not be that much glare. Why not glare? The focusing out, I mean. Okay, so let's move forward. We're going to talk about another hidden gem. This one is, I think, not as known as Taake. Okay, so we have this one. This is Nocturnity. Nocturnity is a band from Greece, established in 1997. This is their second full-length album called Onyx, released in 2003. There we go, classic art here, as usual. So, what can we say about the band? About the album, it has a very slow start to it. The song here is the first song is called Song of Hammers, and it basically has a very slow start. Then it has a melodic like middle part into it. It sets a very grim mood. There are keys in the background playing, of course, and then in the middle of the song it suddenly jumps, the tempo suddenly jumps, and it becomes more fast, more aggressive, more like war-like aggressive, you know. It just speeds up and speeds up and speeds up, and then there's a small portion right at the end of the song where lyrics are heard. So all this already sets up the mood, and then the album basically drifts into this like classic black metal mixed with a bit of raw black metal, and it's done perfectly. Drums, guitars are all clean, yet like I said, they are more on the rawer side of things. When album slows down, there are this very beautiful melodic passages there. Yeah, as you can see, I think these are the flags of the warriors, so it got also this medieval feel to it. Classic photos. The price was actually 25 euros. I bought it in France, but I thought like, fuck it, I'm just gonna buy it, doesn't matter. Released in 2003, like I said. Blacksmith black metal. Blacksmith black metal, that's pretty much all you need to know. When it slows down, like I said, there are beautiful melodic passages, there are ambient passages. It feels more atmospheric in some parts, and probably this is one of the best albums that ever came out from Greece. It's a hidden gem. You should definitely try to check it out. Yeah, no, again, maybe not a lot of people know this about this band, Nocturnity, but of course you should know about this. Like I said, it's a very epic album. It's definitely one to pick up for your collection, and it's a hidden gem. The outro of the album is ambient, and it's done by Christopher Ziegler, who was an owner of Neo Dawn Productions, and he's a solo member of Winterriket, the band. So yeah, check out Nocturnity. Absolutely amazing stuff there from Greece. Okay, we got a couple of more. Cheers. Yes, actually, now I understand that if I put them here, they don't focus out, but it's too far away. Oh, okay, whatever. Anyway, so Tundra from Italy, established in 2002. This one is called Ansia. It's the first full length, released in 2005. Released by Long Ago Records, and this one is actually limited. It is limited to 1,000 copies. This is a very interesting release. So it starts off with a very creepy intro. There's like voices, chains. You can't really hear what's going on. It's basically like this. It's like something is happening in the abandoned building. Maybe ghosts, some shit like that is happening. And then on like I'm just gonna give you a fair warning if you're gonna listen to this. On 1 minute and 24-second mark, the intro kind of ends, and then there is a scream. And I'm not gonna like bullshit you. I jumped scared, and whoever's gonna listen to this for the first time is gonna jump scare as well without knowing about this scream. So the scream is sudden out of nowhere. It will definitely scare you. And after the scream, the album basically just blasts off into obscure raw black metal. There are constant blast beats, constant repeating grooves, with the long screeching vocals. If I could describe it like in maybe 3 words, I would say rough, raw, and fast. So yeah, if you like that kind of black metal, where it's just constant pressure, you will definitely like Tundra. In fact, let me see, I think they have something... Yeah, again, I don't know if you can see this, but let me try to focus. See, Tundra plays a raw black metal exclusively. This is basically the greatest definition you can give this band from Italy. If you like your, like I said, black metal raw, fast, rough, this one is for you, Tundra Ansia. Okay. So we have one more left. It's a big band, big name. Don't have to talk too much about it. So, yeah, it's a band from France. Let's take a look at this one. Come on, focus. There you go. Blut Aus Nord, from established in 1994. From France. This is 2014 release. It's 11th album, if I'm not mistaken. Saturnian Poetry, Memoria Vestus Part 3. So, atmospheric black metal, maybe. It's how you look in general on Blut Aus Nord. So the band played atmospheric black metal, avant-garde black metal. They toy with ambience in their releases. Okay, this is the commercial from the record label Debur Morti. Oh, come on. Yeah, there you go. Okay, we don't need the commercial, we're gonna throw that away. So yeah, let's take a look inside. Here we have, again, beautiful artwork. Let's take a closer look at the CD. And the back. Yep. So like I said, the band played in toyed, let's say, with Warriors stuff in their black metal career. So this one is more atmospheric. It has clean vocal parts, like absolutely clean vocal parts. And again, it has more of a long, low-pitched black metal vocals here. The flow of the album is very organic. It definitely feels like it's more of a conceptual album. And the whole album is actually, it feels like a journey, it feels like a trip. This is something that you would want to listen to in one go, in a solid, like, by solid atmosphere, I mean you just need to be focused on the album. Basically, the artwork says all about the album. This is like where you take a trip through this land or through other land. It's a kind of, like I said, maybe a meditation-like experience here. It's very solid, it's very atmospheric. Blut Aus Nord is a solid band. All their works have been solid. They only toy with different things. Sometimes they're more extreme, like on the Hallucinogen album. I think that's what's the name of the album. Here they're more laid back, they're more atmospheric, they're more deep. So yeah, Blut Aus Nord from France, Saturnian poetry. Check it out, big name, you should all know it. There we go, 45 minutes. I'm really sorry about the camera. There's absolutely nothing I could have done better. So yeah, there are a few bloopers, camera and stuff like that. Sorry. Yeah. Next time I'm gonna see you in October. Probably might have maybe some videos uploaded to the channel from the concerts that I'm going to attend in September. At least one I am going to attend, the black metal ones. Not sure if more, but at least one video should be posted on the channel. In the way of the videos that I did for like Steelfest. A visit to a black metal, a visit to a XXX concert or something like that. Yeah, so maybe one song, maybe two songs from the bands that play there. Anyway, yeah guys, once again, apologies for focusing and apologies for a few bloopers here and there. Like I said, 6 days of work, first day off recording this stuff, you know, shit happens. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you like, subscribe. If you don't subscribe. It's completely up to you. And yeah, stay fucking black metal, and I'll see you around.